Hello, welcome to Innovation Dialogue. I'm Diana Ding, and today we're with my good friend Maddie Scarrett and Shanshan. We're going to talk about a very nice and wonderful Poppy Jasper International Film Festival. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Shanshan. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yes, it's great to see you here. Thank you so much for having here.
Thank you. Yes, I know Maddie through this wonderful international film festival. That's Poppy Jasper International Film Festival. Maddie is the person that put her whole heart and love and passion to this event. So, Maddie, can you give us an introduction for this event?
Yeah, I've been privileged enough to be the director of the film festival since 2018. That was my first year, and obviously we've had to pivot in 2020, but I think we've done a very good job. We've taken um, we had an 8-day program planned in 2020, and we've taken that program and we've spread it out over 14 days through a virtual platform. And so we have almost every single film that we had for 2020 we are going to be showing this year. We've got lots of panel discussions with people from the industry and some celebrities. And then of course we have these two amazing days. One is Mexico Day and the other is China Day. And part of the reason we added those special days is because we try to change the way people see each other through film, and there is a deficit in Hollywood with women and minorities and Asians and Mexicans, Latinx. They are not, they're underrepresented and misrepresented in Hollywood, and so we thought we would shine a light on those countries and bring those countries to our festival. And I couldn't be any happier than to have Shan Shan be the chair of China Day. She's done an incredible job and has made this festival, elevated it to a whole nother level with her talent of pulling all these different ideas together and making it one incredible day.
Thank
Wow,
you,
thank
Maddie.
you. Thank you, Maddie. Yeah, you speak very highly about Shanshan. So, Shanshan, you are the chair of China Day of Poppy Jasper International Film Festival. And what brought you together with Maddie and why you do this?
So after I quit my job from the film company, so I was looking after my daughter while I'm thinking to do something on my own. At the same time, I have been working with a lot of independent filmmakers. The first thought came to me is, why don't I bring the Chinese films to the US, the independent films, instead of big production films? Because I've been dealing a lot of independent filmmakers and they don't have enough budget, but they try their best to produce the best content. So I'm thinking what I can do is to help them to break into the American market, let more Americans to see what's China from different perspective through these independent filmmakers' lenses. And I start to contact different film festivals. And luckily, I reached this lady who have an great, open-minded, and have grateful heart of the art and film. I talked to her, and she said, "Yes, let's meet and talk." Then we just set a date and meet and talked, and eventually we just feel like yes, we can do this together. And she has been so helpful and so supportive. She has been giving me a lot of ideas how to do things to complete China Day. So without her, I cannot put this together. So the goal to do this China Day is to let people to see more about China, to have a better understanding of what China is in the 21st century, because a lot of people actually only see China through the news medias. So I want to show many uh, different aspects of China.
Mhm.
Thank you, Shanshan. First of all, I want to thank you that introduced me to Maddie and through you, and I know Maddie and we become good friends. So thank you so much. Another thing I want to thank you is I know that how difficult for the independent filmmakers.
Mhm.
They are very talented and they work so hard, but they really haven't got enough recognition. So what you're doing is very meaningful and very helpful. Thank you for all this.
Thank
So
you.
Maddie, yes, before the Puppy Jasper Film Festival, and tell us a little more about you.
Well, I actually grew up in Gilroy, where the festival, one of the cities that the festival takes place in. And, I got my cosmetology license at Gavilan College, and then I left for LA. I couldn't get out of Gilroy fast enough. And I was very artistic, and I also signed up to do the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. And through, cutting hair and going to school, I got on Star Search, which is like, it was kind of like American Idol, how American Idol is, but Star Search was a similar thing, but it had all kinds of different talents in there. I did wardrobe on that, and I did wardrobe on film and television, and I was also a writer. I was a writer on the original script for the film Rudy, and I actually got that script to the director, and then we were taken off the project. So it's a harsh reality of Hollywood, but it was a great experience to work in LA for about 12 years in film. And then I had 2 kids and realized that it was going to be too hard to raise them down there, so I moved up to Gilroy. And while raising them, I've been volunteering my time for all sorts of nonprofit organizations, and most of it has to do with the arts. On the founding board of the Gilroy Arts Alliance, and worked for the Arts and Culture Commission for Gilroy. I'm a member of Downtown Business Associations, and I do a music series. And so when the founder of Poppy Jasper asked me to take over the film festival, it was like that Oprah aha moment, that planets aligned, and it's like everything I had worked for my whole life had culminated to this moment, and I felt like this is what I was meant to do. This is my calling. This is my purpose. And so I said yes, that I would take over the festival, but I said I need to be able to add other cities, because it was only in Morgan Hill, and I'm going to make a lot of changes. And he said, okay, you'll be the boss. And I said, okay. and I have, and I've added Gilroy, San Martin, Hollister, and San Juan Bautista to the film festival. And I think right now we have 7 educational programs that we offer the community, from youth all the way to 70 and up, and veterans, and high school millennials, all kinds of programs. And I feel like it's a great opportunity to tie ourselves to our community, but also teach people that film isn't just, it's not just for Hollywood, but it's a viable career choice, and that anyone at any age could do it. And for us, it's a way of giving people an opportunity who have not had an opportunity to be in front of the camera and tell their story.
Wow, it's amazing that you are well connected and you found your calling. That's why you put so much time and energy and your love and passion to this international film festival. And from 2018 till now, I can see that you have brought this international film festival to a next level. Yeah. So what makes 2020 Puppy Jasper International Film Festival special compared with all the others you have done before?
Well, we're going to be all online, and that's different, and has been stepping outside my comfort zone a little bit, because I'm not a technical person, and I'm a people person, so it's hard to not be in the same room with people. And then it's like, how do we take our festival and make it feel like make it look like it would if we were here physically? And so that's been my goal from the beginning. And so we had local businesses do our Filmmaker Awards. So they would, like, we had Bassan Family Vineyards announce the best action film, and they would do the nominations and they would announce the winner. And then for me, that's a way for the world, because we are worldwide this year because we're online, we're worldwide, and that way they can see what we look like, here, just how beautiful our region is. We're south of Silicon Valley and north of Monterey County. We're surrounded by mountains and wineries and Michelin star chefs and stuff, and I don't think people really know how amazing this place is. And so my goal is to show the world what a beautiful place we live in, and that we can't be together this year, but next year you can come visit us. and you'll be familiar with all these friendly faces here.
Well, thank you. This is a great platform that gathered the filmmakers all over the world. So what's the highlights this year for the filmmakers?
Well, I'm doing my best to get some industry people that filmmakers can talk to. One of the things we're really good at with when we're in person is our Filmmaker Lounges, where the industry people that visit us hang out in these lounges in between screenings, and the filmmakers are able to also hang out with them and talk to them and make connections and network. And so my goal is to kind of duplicate that a little bit with our panel discussions, where we let our filmmakers come on a Zoom like we are today, and be able to talk to people in the industry. And we have a visual effects one, we have a puppeteer, we have someone talking about music, composition, screenplay writing one, a documentary. So we're having a lot of, they're like workshops, but yeah, all online.
Well, thank you. You mentioned about there are many women filmmakers and also youth filmmakers, right?
Yes. That was one of the things growing up or being in LA, as a young woman down there, I always wanted to be a director, but I never thought I could because I was a woman, and there just wasn't that, you didn't see it a lot. And the way that, what the talk on the set was that women couldn't understand the technology of actually being a director. They couldn't understand the technology of film. They couldn't understand the technology of editing. And I kind of fell for that. I admire the women that didn't, and there's a lot of them that succeeded. But I thought when I got this festival, I was like, you know what? I don't want any other woman to feel that way again. So I'm making our festival 50% directed by women, not produced, not written, directed by. And we don't tell you what films are directed by women, because the point is you can't tell. And there's horror films, there's dramas, there's comedies, there's documentaries, all done by women, and you won't be able to tell the difference, because there really is no difference, and that's the point. But we need to start seeing more women directing, so that our young women coming up that have that passion can feel like they can do it.
Yes, and recently Chloe Zhao just got the award as the first Asian women. So I see that women are really as good as men.
Yes.
In any industry, especially in film industry. They work really hard. And talking about the highlights and what's special about this year, I would say China Day is a highlight and special. Like, Shanshan, can you just give us a introduction about China Day?
Of course, thank you, Dana. So for this year, what we have special is we're going to display 7 films which made in China, and we have 2 films actually were produced and directed by the students from San Francisco State University filmmaking major. Those students they went to China and shot film there, and so I think it's good. We definitely highlight this part because we want the audience sees what Americans sees about China from their perspectives. At the same time, we have the performances which include Chinese baking, which include Peking opera, Chinese qipao display, and also Chinese classic dance, and the what else do we have? Oh, the most popular one actually, Chinese classical musical band from China, and they are very popular. So I'm hoping to, through this celebration culture night, to show people the different aspect of China. And thank you, Sandy, for showing the CHCP picture, which is a group of young, older generation of Chinese immigrants, and they're going to show the Chinese, the Beijing opera costumes. And the oldest of those people is 80 years old, the youngest is at 60s. So they're so, I would say they're so passionate about Chinese culture.
I saw my friend Jerry Wang there.
Yes, she's here.
Yeah, Jerry is actually, she is a contributor for Dingding TV for many years, and quite a respectful, active community leader. We really love her.
Yes. So we have all those people who volunteer and willing to participate in the programs, and we hope to show the different part of China, or actually, I would say it's authentic experience from China. So besides this, we have the panel discussions too. We got two panel discussions. We have the people from Chinese filmmaking industries. We have Angelina Wang, who works for the distribution channel in China. And also we have David Dai, who is the co-founder of Beijing Qitai Culture and Media Group. And we also have Ke, who is a rising Chinese film director. He is actually the he actually participated in the film The Wandering Earth, which is the best known Chinese science fiction film. So those first panel discussion, they're going to talk about the film distribution in China and the what happened in the film industry in China during COVID-19. And then as we also have the second panel discussion, we have Tidong Zhou, who used to be who was in charge, who in charge of the film distribution and brought all this. I'm sorry, actually, he helped to select the films from outside China, basically pick the films from Hollywood and to release in China. And also we have Ara Haston, who is the founder of WeLink International Film Festival and also chair of WeLink International Film Festival. She's also a film investor. And we have Joseph Chen. He is a screenwriter. And the last guest we have is Chang Dick. He is a producer. So those people are very familiar with Chinese film distribution industry, and they talk about how to help the foreign filmmakers to break into Chinese market. So China Day definitely is very special. We show China and also help the foreign filmmakers to have better understanding of Chinese market.
Thank you, Shen. It's so colorful. I saw so many, wonderful artists, filmmakers, and industry leaders. So I know that this film festival, actually, the filmmakers are all over the world. Why we the festival devoted one day to China Day? Yes, ready?
Yeah, well, I can start and then Chan can talk too. But I was lucky enough that one of my friends and colleagues, Chike Nawafia, who runs the Silicon Valley African Film Festival, took me to Abuja, Nigeria, to a film festival called Zuma Film Festival, and there they had different days for different countries. They had Germany and Spain, and they had USA, and I really liked it. I felt like what a great idea to devote a whole day to one country. And of course, it just for me reading about the deficit in Hollywood with Asians and Latinx, that I knew that China and Mexico should be the first countries that we do. And I feel like when you see Asians as film directors, as screenplay writers, as producers, owners of, a huge theater chain, when you're walking down the street and you see someone Asian, you say that could be a director, or that could be a writer. It just elevates how we feel about each other. And that's what, to me, China Day does, and Mexico Day does, is it's going to change the way you see people from that country, because you're going to see them in a light, and the focus is on an elevated visual. You see them in these positions that are more elevated than what we normally do see. And I think especially with COVID, it's important we see China in this way. So
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, especially during the COVID. Yeah.
yes.
So I think it's also very important you have Shanshan who dedicate to this program, right? Yes.
I couldn't have gotten any luckier.
Shanshan, how much effort you have put on this to make this China Day looks really, very interesting and full of, great contents.
Thank you. So actually, definitely it's a lot. So by working for Poppy Jasper, basically, I'm a full-time mom, so I have to look after my daughter, especially during COVID-19. I have to look after my family. So the only time I can work is definitely when my daughter goes down. So my husband, Chris, has been very helpful when I need to go to work, and he's been very supportive. And he looked after the Sky, and then I can just fully dedicate to talk to when we have meeting during daytime. So I can just jump in and sit on for the meeting. And at the night, I need to contact all the people. I always tell them, I'm sorry to interrupt you at nighttime, because this is the time I can focus to talk to you. So
No, you're not interrupting. Yeah, I totally understand that, and I really appreciate that. Yes.
Thank you. So yes, definitely in the last, I would say 2-3 months, I've been working to midnight, and I feel it's not enough time, because you want to push forward to make it look great for the audiences. And this is not only this is the perspective views that I want to show the world. But at the same time, you need to work closely with each individual to get as much as you can to show the audiences. So with the limited amount of time and effort I can contribute, I feel still, it's not good enough. So I have to push myself to work a little bit harder, so we can try our best to show the best of China.
Don't push yourself too hard. You've been pushing yourself too hard. Yeah, I think, it's need time to accumulate. I believe it's going to be getting better and better, grow bigger and bigger. But tell our audience that how can they participate in this film festival?
Oh, thank you so much. So basically, right now we have a early bird ticket selling, and if they can just go to my Facebook, Poppy Jasper Facebook, and they definitely can see their tickets right now. It's on sale, and please feel free and to buy the tickets for your family, because right now you cannot see your friend, and this will be one of the best gifts, and they can enjoy the film from all over the world, at the same time to share maybe something special with their family. And right now, like this year, we go to China every year, and this year we have to stay in the U.S. just for the safety concern. I also care for the other people. So I'm planning to buy some tickets for my family who live, in UK and Canada, so they can see what I do, and also to see the Poppy Jasper International Film Festival.
Thank you. Maddie, what's a website that people need to remember?
It's PJIFF. It's the Poppy Jasper International Film Festival, but it's pjiff.org.
PJIFF.org, right? Okay, wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Really enjoy talking to you guys, and hope this year's Poppy Jasper will be very successful. And the Thinking TV is so honored to be part of this, and especially I feel so honored to work with you two role model Yes.
You're
Brought people
my role
together.
model.
That's
Oh,
so
thank
nice you
you.
to say
You are,
that. Thank you.
yeah, and I really do appreciate your support because you're very modest, but you are an incredibly amazing woman, and I've learned so much for you just over the past year and a half that we've known each other, and it is a real honor to have met you, and this means so much to me, and I know Shan Shan, for you to take the time to do this for us. It's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. That's what I want to say to you. And I feel like, we are all the dreamers, and we found each other by our smell or something. We can smell each other.
Yeah, it's like when you just have that chemistry with somebody because we work the same way, and we're passionate and we work with purpose, and I think that's why we get along so well.
Yeah, the positive energy pulled to each other
Yes,
closer.
exactly. When you're talking about you found your car, and suddenly I thrilled all over my body. Yeah, I feel like that's so important for anyone in our life. We are fortunate, so I
Yeah.
hope that many people can come and join us this year to watch the Puppy Jasper International Film Festival, and also can be a partner with you guys.
Mhm.
So what's the date, Puppy Jasper?
It's April 4th through the 20th. Yeah.
And China will be April 10th.
Yes.
April 4th to 20th, and China Day will be April the 10th.
Yes.
So get on website and get on Facebook and buy the ticket. Let's meet there. Okay.
See you.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you. Thank you. See you next
Thank you
time.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.